Welcome to Pitbull Stadium. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Jacksonville State Gamecocks and the FIU Panthers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and we are keeping a close eye on the weather, along with help from Holly Rowe.
Well, guys, I wanted to get into the extended forecast because, as you can see, heavy rain right now. I have seen a few players in the pregame warm-ups having some issues trying to work on their ball security with the rain coming down so hard. The forecast says we can expect rain throughout the course of this game, but it is expected to lighten up in the second half. Of course, I will keep you posted as we go. Guys, back to you.
Try to stay dry down there if you can, Holly. The Gamecocks headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Hand off from the shotgun. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for a man. It's Denson. It's complete to the left. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wide receiver going in motion. Now they'll try the right side. Fighting off the defender. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll take the penalty and move them back. After the holding penalty, the offense will try to hang on with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Out wide right, it's Lee. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Panthers are facing 3rd and inches. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. There he goes. He's got enough for the first down. He might get a few bonus yards if they call that a face mask. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Looks as if he's going to run it. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Denson. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. quick give. It's Savage. Stopped right there.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. Gets rid of it. Right side, it's Boyd. He's stopped.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage in predictable situations.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Here he goes. He stopped just short of the 25 at the 24-yard line, but it will be a 1st down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Looking to the big tight end. Out wide right, it's Odom. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Left side is Graves. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. And the Gamecocks in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6.
And, man, you got to love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. They had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed and with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Great awareness that time by the safety. He's obviously spent a lot of time in the film room. The D-line was upfield. It looked like that one might be a big gainer on the running back screen, but did you see how fast the safety came screaming down? He saw that thing coming from a mile away, and he's able to make a big-time stop.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
3rd down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Denson. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Changing the routes with his receivers. Snaps on 4th down. Trying to beat the D deep. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, FIU.
And how do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down. And what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Good concentration to get that squiver inside the 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Savage. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
He'll try to do it himself. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
Didn't get quite as much as they had hoped out of that one, and the offense will be in business. I think they're going to mark it around the 40-yard line. Ford International comes out to start this drive. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Denson. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Hits the hole. It's Savage. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Nine-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick and don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
short. Off the, he's got enough for a first down.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
Sells 29, and now they're threatening.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. He'll pull it down. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a 3rd and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on 3rd down.
Out wide right, it's Graves. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Rush right in his face. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
He breaks a tackle. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
The Gamecocks will try to convert on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on 4th down. Quarterback will keep it. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Mason. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 50. Past the 30. The 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida International.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Gonna let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got...
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. On the run, deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all fourth downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter fourth down.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. The play fake. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We begin our coverage with Florida State taking on the Minnesota Golden Gophers. And it's the Seminoles in front right now as they look to get back over 500. And this is kind of the point in the season where you find out who you are. Week 5, a crossroads. Can this group find the right path?
Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work.
Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. And they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
That's the story today in this game. The coverage defensively has been so good. They seem to always be in the back pocket of these intended targets, and they swat another pass away incomplete.
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Unloads it downfield. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
Well, this passing attack was on fire last week. Quarterback threw multiple TDs, but they got brought back down to earth very quick in the first half of this game. So here they are now early in the third quarter. They're trying to get some of that mojo back, taking a shot. I like the aggressiveness.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Hits inside, it's Savage. Tried to find some running room, but there was none to be had, and he's well short. It'll be 4th and 5. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Complete out of the backfield. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They'll need a bunch on second down. From the gun, it's Savage. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right side, it's Savage. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Needs it here on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
To the air, it's Denson. They're all over him. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he avoids the sack.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do it.
Oh, there's an alley on the left. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Going to the run, it's Savage. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you get a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Rushes on. Hauls it in. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Extending the play. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
And that's the hardest part about playing a mobile quarterback. It's not the first play. The first play was a pass. It's the second play where he decides to pull it down, Jesse, becomes a running back, and makes something happen.
You're right, David. That's why so many coaching staffs now are trying to recruit dual-threat athletes at quarterback because of situations just like that. Down in the red zone, nobody open. You're not just going to throw it away and be okay kicking a field goal. You're taking off, and you're going to capitalize with a touchdown.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quick give. Fights off a defender. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Man, a lot of times offenses, they feel really good when it's 2nd and short after a good run on first down. You'll see them be aggressive. They choose to run the football, defense ready, now setting up a 3rd and short situation. Are they going to run it 3 times in a row? The defense probably going to be ready for that.
Powers through the defender. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Denson. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
He's got great speed. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They fought their way back. A scoring drive, the stop, and now a chance to pull even on this drive late. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up. You're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Straight ahead, it's Savage. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game. Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Taking a shot. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. FIU will line up to punt. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Jacksonville State's offense comes out ready to start this drive. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to move on. And this is going to be intercepted, a big play in a tie game. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. We've got a tie game, and this defense will try to keep it that way with just a few minutes left. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. And now this offense needs a late fourth quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Out wide left, it's Graves. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Escapes the pressure to his right. Crosses the 45. A big gain as he goes out of bounds on the last play before the 2-minute timeout. And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Rashad Downs going up top. Caught. At the 40, there he goes. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Makes a catch right in the middle of a danger zone. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the offense found no success with the backward going pass. How about a forward pass on 2nd and long? Flush to the left. He's going to take off. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
He does a really good job here. You want to get a huge play. You got to push the ball down the field. You need a bunch of yards. But wait a minute. Now he can just tuck it, scramble, go get you a bunch of yards. Now put you in a great 3rd down situation. Real heads-up play by the quarterback.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Got him. Oh, look out. The ball's free. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Picked up a few extra on that return, but one play by this defense to get the football. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that 1st down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They'll run it. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. This is a designed run. Turning it on. The 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Panthers! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. Game is essentially over right now, and you wonder if it's really necessary to jack up the score like this.
It might not be necessary, but it won't be forgotten. I can tell you that, because coaches, they don't forget things like this. Late in games, you want to run the score up, get that extra touchdown. I'll get the chance in the future to do this back to you. I like it. Just keep it in the back of your mind.
Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting until the bitter end as they'll take the unvictory formation.